That's okay, TJ. Don't know what you got till TJ's gone.
We should be
15
live on
minutes before
YouTube.
close. Could you guys buy these like 2 systems and all these games? Oh yeah, they're covered in 3 inches of dust. I wish I was joking. And yes, I bought them, but the systems I did not buy for full price, and I'm not selling them as is. Send them off. Someone can clean them.
Yeah. Bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba ba ba. Let's check out the doc. What do we got to talk about on this historic episode?
Oh God, just so many things.
See, if we didn't number our games of the year episode, we'd have another week to prep to try and get the Born in the 80s All-Stars and get all of us on here.
I know.
It's too bad Mercury's busy as fuck all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Because
I saw him perform last week.
Wait, does Mercury use the he pronoun still?
Yeah, I think so. As far as I know.
Cool. I just figured I'd double check, make sure.
I don't know why he wouldn't. I don't think his character is. Maybe he's a drag character, but I don't think he identifies.
No, he doesn't do drag.
Oh, I just know he said
he has before, but
about how he's been a drag master.
Oh, well, yeah, he used to do drag. I don't think he does anymore, though.
See, I think he. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, I think he said that he very much was not a very good drag person to me. I think he said that was not his forte.
Personally, as someone who's not seen or experienced anything burlesque, I think it'd be interesting as fuck to see one of his shows.
Yeah.
I really want to go.
Yeah, dude. Well, whenever you come up to Madison, I think he's pretty much doing stuff. Well, he was taking a break for a while, but I think he's back to doing stuff frequently now.
What the fuck's going on in May where I want... Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm like, what's going on in May where I want to be somewhere that's not here? I remember now.
Nothing's going on in May.
How's
the level check going, John?
I haven't been because you said we weren't live on YouTube.
I told you we went live.
I didn't hear it.
It's fine. I'm not drunk enough yet.
I only have 2 beers in my apartment.
Fucking crush TJ. Crush those This Ain't Your Father's Mountain Dew.
Yes, I got 2 more at home. I think. Maybe
oh,
one
man. That'll get you wasted.
For me, probably. Maybe not. I've been having a drink about every other day, which is more than I've done in the past ever.
Milkshake duck.
Oh no!
Yeah, milkshake duck.
I'm trying to find one.
There's always a milkshake duck.
It's actually kind of hard to find because when you Google milkshake duck examples, there's no like article saying like here's a list.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make the milkshake duck website.
All you have to do is like monitor Twitter trending hashtags frequently.
Yeah. And we've gone through a lot of them.
It'd be nice to catch them before they get the big news articles when they're just getting just breaking. But I don't have the time nor the ability to monitor the internet that closely. Plus, my Twitter circle is so small, I don't get a lot of that until it's fifth hand. That's what I get when I only follow 64 people, 65 people. That's the ratio to me that matters, is followers to following.
Yeah. I used to follow like a lot more people, and then it's just like I wasn't even reading the stuff that they had. Like I couldn't keep track of it. So I trimmed it way down, and now I just follow people that I actually want to read.
think I'm following 65. I've got 50 followers now. Just not bad for over this time. The only problem is 2 of those followers are things that I maybe don't want to post things because one's my mother and the other one's my stepmother.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I'm glad my parents don't know how to use the internet.
But both of them are somewhere on the Trump-leaning right spectrum.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's bad.
Do you all see the poster for the new Purge movie?
No.
It's a red hat with white lettering that says the first Purge.
Why did the Ugandan Knuckles have to be bad? I'm so sad about this.
Yeah.
I did see a compilation of multiple different Knuckles that all became more and more racist as the times went on. Went from the Ugandan set to the Russian was funny though.
Yeah.
Russian Knuckles in a tank was great.
It just bothers me because like it could be so fun. Why do they have to ruin it with horrible racism?
Yeah, it just has to be absurd. The comedy is from the absurdity, not the racism.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna get levels. So
right, Knuckles?
Keep talking.
We're talking. I'm playing a game and we're talking. TJ's driving and we're talking.
What are you playing?
Creeper World. I'm playing Creeper World.
Free to play? Did you buy that?
I bought it, but I think it's like super cheap, like $4 or $5.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna turn myself down.
It's Creeper World 3. It's basically.
I have in my checking account.
It's like a really simple strategy game.
Why is my microphone? Yep, go.
It doesn't really require like a lot of strategy. But it's a game that I used to play a lot when I was procrastinating in college, so I have nostalgia for it. And it's just it's a nice like meditative time waster style thing.
Yeah.
John, my kids are gone all weekend.
Again?
Just this weekend, they're gone all weekend, like out of town.
Yeah.
You know what that means? I work.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need to get levels now. So, all right, here. This is me talking like this. Matt, can you talk?
Hey, this is Matt. How's everybody doing out there in Radio Land? I think I'm gonna go live to Twitch while we do this.
That's fine. Yep, that's fine. You be everyone silent for just a bit so I can compare and contrast Matt and I. Oh, fucking Christ. I don't think I'm on pro.
Oh, fuck. How did my level sound?
All right, let's try that again. All right, here's me talking again. Matt, can you go?
This is me talking. If I'm too loud, I'll have to adjust it on my end.
All right, that's fine. I don't think you're too loud this time, so I just need to make sure I'm not too loud now, so I'm going to listen. Recording devices. Checking out my microphone. Making sure my levels are good on my face. I think they're good. I'm going to go 82%. Okay, I just got to make sure I'm close to the microphone. All right. I'm ready now. TJ muted himself. Right. Check out my sweet drink I have.
What is it? Is it white
rum
wine with ice?
Rum, and Mountain Dew.
Oh,
There we go.
they call that the sad pirate.
It's Mountain Dew left over from my Taco Bell run I made earlier.
Nice.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah, let me just save my little creeper world shit.
Oh, Matt was playing a game while we're trying to record.
You know what,
I
John?
listened
Something.
I listened to the entire last week's episode this morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I was driving. Doing a lot of driving today.
Oh, how was it? How was that?
Episode was good. I liked it.
Well, that's good. I liked it too.
Yeah, I now listen to your whole song instead of listening to the first 28 seconds when you posted it on Twitter.
Yay.
Because it's
Yeah.
on the episode.
That was annoying that Twitter cut that video off, but
No.
Yeah.
I just stopped listening.
oh really? Well, it's
It's Twitter-
Twitter.
it's
The
Twitter.
Twitter video cuts off at like a couple minutes or something.
Yeah.
It's not quite the whole
Yeah.
song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Twitter. WYD.
If I link to the YouTube video, it doesn't like embed correctly because every platform is fighting with every other platform.
Well, that's
I
how
get
platform games work.
Da 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 da.
It's true. But the more you know, the more you go.
How do I
A
not have that
whole
on my
new
soundboard?
world when you're in your eyes.
Oh, now you're playing fucking Truck Boy. You're
What?
big Truck Boy.
Look, I got
Lock it on your fucking
This-
Truck Boy screen.
this mobile barrier to get to. You know, some of us have to work for a living, Matt. I got a truck to drive, my Peterbilt. I wish I knew the horn button. Oh, you guys
I wanna-
can't hear it though, can you?
Yeah, I want to
Otherwise
do. I want to get like Desert Bus, and then hook up to my computer through TeamViewer while I'm at work, and just kind of
Yeah.
Desert Bus it up.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh my god.
What'd you do?
Not looking forward to this.
Look at those 4 frames per second. Those
It
are
is a
fucking
very
sweet.
small. It is a tight corner for this thing.
Yeah, you gotta go wide. Gotta go wide.
All right,
There,
I got it. I got
There
it.
it is.
Yeah, we're
There
good.
it is. What the
We
fuck
got
is
there.
That trailer with the cutout on it.
It's a mobile barrier.
Oh, okay. That helps you make those left turns. Surprisingly.
Yep. Oh.
Don't make any right turns.
Yeah. Well, I can't really control that. I'm following the GPS.
No, I get it.
All right, I'll save and quit.
Save and quit. Are we gonna wait for TJ to get home or just
I don't
like start?
think so. It's already pretty
just-
late.
Okay.
Just fucking start it, and I'm home in about 10
Hello, chat room.
How do I
minutes. Hey!
quit? All right.
I can't see what you're saying.
All right, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. All right,
Can
boys.
someone narrate the chat for me?
The chat
it's
says nothing.
Welcome to the
But
chat room.
It says there's viewers. So
Yep.
hi.
All right,
I'm a viewer.
are you ready?
Eyes.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's start this
Let's do this.
candle.
Candle.
Let's kick the tires and light the campfires.
Spartans! Tonight
Uh.
we dine in hell.
All right.
300 Spartans.
All right. Welcome to Born in the 80s.
This is Sparta!
Episode 3. Thanks.
Love the perfect timing there,
That
man.
was good timing. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Let me count in 5, 4, 3.
This
Welcome to
is
Born.
Sparta!
Oh, Matt.
I didn't
All right,
know
Matt.
what yours. Okay, So,
This is episode 300, Matt. Why don't you give it the intro so I can?
no, I'm good. No, take it
no.
away.
Matt, this is all you.
Welcome to the newborn in the 80s.
Hey, whoop, I'm a duty butt. All right, let's do it for real this time. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 300. That's an achievement, right? This is
Yeah,
Sparta.
we did a thing. 300. Oh, did you want me to play it again?
You can.
This is Sparta!
Oh, that's Matt. Thank you so much for that. Being right on that. We've been here. I'm John Danger Rowe. John Rowe. How do I introduce myself usually? Is it John Danger?
Yes,
John Danger Rowe. It's just John Danger Rowe. Welcome, my co-host of, as always, the co-hostess with the mostest.
Matt Haig.
Yes. And the other co-hostess with the mostest.
And the leastest bandwidth, TJ May.
That's right.
Coming from
TJ
our
is
news
driving.
chopper. He's
Yeah,
in the
TJ,
news chopper.
what's the traffic like out there?
Traffic on Highway Duke 94 is 30 minutes going from downtown to uptown. It's good.
Traffic's good?
Traffic's good.
The
That's
GameStop's
our eye in the sky,
are
TJ
safe.
May.
I didn't get robbed today, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, man. Remember when that happened? Let's reminisce.
On our Switch day? The day we did
This is
the
just
Switch
like the time
expansion?
TJ
Yeah.
got robbed.
Remember when... Let's... All right. Let's...
It's a clip show.
No, not a clip show, episode 300.
We need
You
to
know
do a
why
clip
this...
show.
You know why this podcast will never have a clip show? Because
you're
there's
too
too much.
lazy.
Because there's too much of it, and I'm definitely not going to go to the effort of going through old episodes and picking out stuff because I don't remember what happened in all of the episodes.
We just
I could
need to
probably
get some
find
diehard
stuff.
fans that'll do it for us.
Yeah, we got to get our fans out of Hong Kong to do that for us. They're
So
the
we
diest
are-
of hearts.
They're in Hong Kong, Spain. When we
I
were running with
listened
scissors, we
to
had a
the
big
whole-
following in Ireland for some reason.
Oh, it's because in Ireland, running with scissors is an old tale that they tell. Let me look at stats of the episode Racist Knuckles.
The fuck are you assholes doing?
Let's see if I can get a destination. All right, we've got what's the weirdest country to download. All right, the vast majority of the downloads,
Vatican
80%
City.
U.S. and Canada. We've got 1 Ireland download, 3 UK downloads, 1 Germany, and 1 France. Huh?
That's
pretty
just
good.
for that episode, not like
Just that
one total.
one episode.
Okay.
If you want to look at total downloads per country of, and this must be just recently because this is only listing like 900 downloads, so this has to be not lifetime because we have well over 10,000.
Yeah, we're
downloads
kind of a big deal.
Oh, it looks like the downloads 1,000. It's looking at. Oh, this is back through part of the end of last year, so 1,000 total. But okay, well, so looking at what just Libsyn is telling me, our downloads, the vast majority of these 1,000 downloads in the past last 1,000 downloads, 900 of the last 1,000 downloads were in the U.S., 45 in Canada, 2 Mexico.
Yeah,
So,
international.
Buenos dias. We've got 5 in Brazil. I don't know how to say that in Portuguese.
Hey.
Thanks. 2 Argentinas. We've got 1 download in Saudi Arabia in the last 3 months, so that's cool.
Building bridges.
1 download in the UAE. You want to know how many downloads we got in Vietnam? 1.
I don't know why
Two in
that's so
China.
funny to me. Think of somebody in Vietnam listening to our bullshit.
All right, check this out. Kazakhstan representing with 2 downloads.
Yeah.
Australia's got 9. South Korea 16 downloads in the last 1,000. So, making up a little bit of the percentage. Japan, 37 downloads. You know, that's exciting. Romania, 1. Hungary, 1. Bulgaria, a download. 2 in Italy. 2 in Portugal. 0 downloads in Spain. They hate us in Spain.
They hate us. We used to have a listener in Spain. What did we do wrong?
Well, maybe when Lance insulted him after he sent us in a letter. 42 UK downloads, 2 in Ireland, 13 in France, 42 in Germany as well. 14 Netherlands,
Was that
6
East
Belgium,
Germany or West Germany?
3 Sweden, 3 Finland, 0 in Norway. I am disappointed. Because Norway is the home of my people. Let's check this out. This is just a little analytics cast. 2 downloads in Kazakhstan.
John Reed's number. John Reed's number.
No, this is. I think this is interesting. I think it's interesting. You want to guess?
Don't worry, I'll let you know
I
when
want
I
you to
get bored.
guess the number one way that people watch or listen to this show.
iTunes probably.
No, Chrome. Out of the last 1,000 downloads, is 275. Stitcher.
So is that like a Chrome extension, or is that just like?
I think watching it through the internet browser, because it lists other browsers down here. Stitcher is 219 downloads. Wow, Stitcher! I didn't realize people use that, but you know we host ours on Stitcher, so thank you if you're a Stitcher listener.
Is that all for the last several episodes or whatever?
Last
'Cause I know-
1,000 downloads.
Because Stitcher will just download your podcast and then host it locally on their servers, and then you don't get numbers for that anymore.
So
that's
very
like
very
one
well
per episode.
Yeah, Stitcher may have downloaded 219 of our episodes in the last 3 months. Apple Core Media, which is I'm assuming iTunes. No, it's not. I don't. What's the difference between Apple Core Media and iTunes? Riddle me this, because iTunes is listed as well. Mozilla 92, Google Box Video. I'm assuming that's probably Google Music, huh? Anyway, Overcast and Pocket Casts. Oh my god, there's 37 different download entries. WordPress 13. This is insane. 7 Safari listens. Alright, we got 10 listens from a user agent called Stage Fright / Beyonce. Okay, I don't know what that is. We got 4 listens from Podcast Addict.
Music.
This is I'd like to thank there's a great injustice being done in Kazakhstan right now.
And
I want
it
to
looks
let
like they're
people
gonna
know
cut your mic.
that there's only 4.
All right, Dad, let's thank John for his big contributions to tonight's episode. Welcome back, John.
Hi. Did that ruin my audio level now?
No.
I always worry about that. Because, you know, Windows doing your audio levels is just a fucking crapshoot. Because you click saying, I don't want applications to take control of this device. They still let applications take control of your device and change the levels. So, let's see. So, we didn't introduce our third guest, but he is going to be joining us shortly. Our third host. Oh, we did introduce everybody.
Yeah, we did.
He just left as soon as he introduced
just
himself.
got so wrapped up in the numbers.
I got
It's
dude. That's
very
me.
exciting.
John, the numbers row.
John
Hashtag
_numbers.
Release the numbers.
So I wrote this memo, and
Yeah, I got a memo.
And
Look, we've got like 40,000 downloads from this place in Arlington, Virginia. I don't know where that is. It's just all from one zip ISP. I don't know what that's about.
yeah, one download
Really
from
big in
Pyongyang,
a federal building.
strangely.
Yeah, so that's our lives. TJ, where you at?
Home.
You
I'm
made
at
it back home. You're on your way home.
something.
On my way home. Now I have to check your levels. So this is how we do it live. Let me listen.
That's okay. You'll trim all
TJ,
this
can you
out
talk
of the
a little bit?
episode.
Yeah, I will speak a little bit here.
Okay.
And there.
I just want to make sure you're not too quiet, because you're quiet as a church mouse.
I'm using the computer instead of a phone.
Oh my God.
I'm trying the 2 meg up speed to see if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sound tested the shit out of this last night.
Yeah. Oh really? It sounds pretty good. TJ, you sound a little quiet compared to us. Not gonna lie to you. I'll adjust you.
Okay.
Why don't you go a little bit? All right, TJ, you want to talk again, please?
Yep, this is about how loud I'll be talking. If I need to get closer to the mic, I can do that.
All right, no, that's fine. Let me listen.
Okay.
All right, TJ, you're just gonna be a little bit quieter than us. That's fine. I adjusted you, and it's enough. There's limited means. All right, let's patent a new app. Podcasting over the internet and recording a mixdown app. Someone invent this shit. How does this not exist? Because I just want to say this. I don't know if a lot of people listening do podcasting or whatever, but like if you look in, okay, how can I record a podcast with my friends over the internet? There is no easy way to do it. The way everyone recommends is everyone grabs Audacity or another recording program or GarageBand or whatever, and you record your thing and send it in to someone, and then they'll mix it down all into one file, and like you do like claps or something to sync at the start, and then that is the best audio quality you can get for sure, because you can adjust each feed for a level, and that it's easy. Only problem with that is, like, if you do like a 2-hour podcast or like an hour and a half or whatever, that wave file that you generate is like 600 megabytes. And so sharing those files is not elegant. There has to be a way to do this. I think Skype.
There's gotta be a better
plugin.
way.
You can use a plugin, I think called Pamela, that records centrally all the calls and then spits out a file. But that also
here's
is
what
very
you do.
finicky.
You each have your own client,
Yep.
and you log into a service, right? And
Yep.
so you join a call and you press start record. When you do that, it records locally to everyone's machine, but it's syncing the recording clock to an external server, right?
Yeah.
So everything is able to be synced up. When you're done, you hit finalize recording, and it uploads everyone's localized recording and automatically syncs it up into one file with normalized
That would be
volumes.
the easiest way.
That would be what needs to happen.
Because one of the huge problems with doing the double end, as it's called, or the triple end if you have 3 hosts, is
I did the
syncing
triple
up
end
the
once.
audio is a bitch. You did a triple end once? Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is that you'll find is that when you record on Audacity or other programs, your recording bit rate is determined also by your CPU clock speed. So if you're
Yeah.
someone like Adam Ham, who is not present on episode 300, I'll give him a call. Who's not present on episode 300. He used to record the podcast on his laptop, which was like from 2010 and is ancient and slow. And I would get the double ender and start editing, and we'd be like, all right, let's clap to sync up. And then at the end of the podcast, we'd clap to sync up, and he'd be like 2 seconds, 3 seconds off. And it's like what
you,
the
you can
fuck?
think of your processor speed, like if you're imagining an old-timey tape reel, the processor speed is the rate at which that's turning. So
Yeah.
there's going to be like really tiny variations, and over the
Just a
course
little
of a
bit.
2-hour podcast, that adds up to a huge fucking delay.
Correct. And that's the difference between recording live on Google Chrome, through Google Hangouts is what we do. Because, when you record, the Google Hangout spits out a file to YouTube, which you can download or you can, get in a legal way. Very legal. But you can get that
we've
file.
made the file. I think we could download it.
I know. Well, unfortunately, it's an account that I don't own that we record to, so I can't download the file. But regardless, you can strip the audio out of the video file easily and then put it up. It's the simplest way. I think the audio quality for a podcast is not obviously ideal. I mean, it's not like an NPR show, but it is listenable, which is nice. So that is what I would recommend for people, because this is probably the easiest way to do it. Not to mention, if you have webcams, you can see each other talking, which kind of helps. So this is just a little podcast device if you want to start a podcast, because we can reminisce here. We've been around. We've been doing this for a long time. Come this March, it'll be 7 years of podcasting.
Jesus Christ, we're turning
We
to
started
dust.
in 2011. I know, so much has changed. So I don't know. I would recommend, if you got friends, you think you want to be funny and talk, do it. Like, we don't have a giant listenership. We got, plenty of people that listen. We got people that pay our Patreon. All appreciated. We love it. Just do it.
We love you guys.
It's fun.
You're
It's
our
a
best
great
friends.
hobby. I love doing it. You don't have to buy an expensive mic. TJ is recording on a headset mic, and he doesn't sound awful. I think it's because I think a lot of people that want to record podcasts are like, okay, I listen to, This American Life. I listen to radio. I listen to NPR podcasts.
Yeah.
Gotta have those Newman mics that cost $400.
Oh yeah.
No,
the
man.
No, not even $4,000.
Yeah.
the
Okay, but
NPR mics,
you can get the
those
cheap.
are
You can get the
fucking
cheap
ridiculous.
entry level ones.
Yeah, but the model that they use is I can't remember if they use the $4,000 model or the $8,000 model.
Oh
but
yeah, those
they're
mics are
fucking
like
ridiculous.
yeah, those are like insured business equipment that
But
they
there's
have. Like,
a
that is-
certain one. I think it's like the U87. That's like the NPR.
That's the
official
NPR
mic.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is that that really bothers me about when people record, because people will be like, all right, you gotta get this $300 mic or something. It's like, dude, no. All you
No.
need is get yourself a blue Snowball or a blue Yeti. Those are $60 to like $100, depending on what you want. The Yeti's a little bit higher quality, has a little bit more features built in. But you get that blue Snowball and you just go. Like, get your voice out there. Like, do
Yeah,
something.
I think
it's interesting.
the biggest thing is not the tech, but just like getting used to like talking to other people while also thinking about the fact that there's an audience, and trying to manage both of those things while like looking up stuff on Polygon that you can rip off and things like doing that kind of multitasking. That kind of practice is much more important than getting the sound right away, because it's gonna not sound super entertaining if you have like great audio quality but you don't know how to like talk for a podcast yet. And I think that's the thing that has changed the most for me over the past 7 years. What did you say? Fuck.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Matt, you've only been here for like the last like 4 or 5 years of that 7, so. But still.
That doesn't count all the times that I was listening to the podcast and yelling back at my radio.
Oh yeah, I mean, when Lance is on, there's a lot to yell about. But it's just kind of, I don't know, like, just do it. Like, get out there and do it. And that's why we started. We started with terrible equipment. We started actually the most insane way. I think we've talked about this on the show many times before. But like, the first episode had like 10,000 downloads in like 2 days because we got put at the top of the iTunes list. Because this was back in 2011 when podcasts, like, you could be a new podcast and somehow rocket up the YouTube or the iTunes algorithm. And we were not prepared. We had terrible setup. Okay, I'm going to tell the setup. TJ, you have that mic there you have? We basically had that, but like sharing it, like in between us. It was a horrible, terrible audio quality. But like, the idea was that we did it, and it's a commitment. And this is a time commitment. Like, I spend, probably 2 hours recording it, maybe, depending on the week, 10 minutes preparing to like a half hour preparing, finding stuff. Really depending on my motivation level. and then probably a good 3 hours editing, like, and getting the website. That's a significant chunk of time. I'm spending 6, 7, maybe 8 hours a week. That's a full day of work, that I'm spending on the podcast in my free time. But I enjoy it because I love doing it, and I love that we have listeners that donate on our Patreon or send us notes or want to talk to us. So thanks a lot for your support. I mean, if you're listening, so not that I'm saying it makes it all worthwhile, because this is a number one thing I hate. Then you have a podcast where someone starts it up and they don't get a immediately BuzzFeed listicle about 10 times why their podcast was amazing. It's like, no, you don't do it to be famous or do it to be popular. You do it because you enjoy it. You do it because you like doing it and you want to produce good content that you would listen to, And I think that's the best advice I can give for a podcast, is that people are like, oh, do I have to be on? Oh, do I have to do this? It's like, no. You just have to be like, are you engaged and interested in this conversation? Then your listeners will be too. Because if you're going to get, or your listeners, if you're, you're going to get people that are like you, that are engaged in listening to what you're talking about, and that's your audience. Because that's the beauty of podcasting, is that it's direct to the consumer, direct to the audience, so we can find those people born in the 80s that, like video games and movies, but, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that niche. We hit that niche, so.
Yeah, and we're the only ones.
It's exciting. It's exciting. So, yeah, there's dozens of us. Dozens! Yeah, so, no, but thanks a lot. I think that's a good way to start episode 300 with a big thank you to everybody. And I'm trying to vamp here because I'm also trying to open up the Bytecast Gmail account to see if we actually have ever gotten. We haven't name dropped this email account in a long time. So
what's email?
All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right, we got 4 emails.
Oh boy!
That we got actually hundreds of thousands of emails, right? But we got 4 emails that showed up in my Gmail primary, so they made it through the spam filter. Sales at stpins.com.
Okay, that sounds like
hello, I'm gonna do a voice. Hello, my friend. I'm glad to send you this email. Our company mainly production lapel pins, cufflinks, custom challenge coins, police badge, keychains, medals, and so on. We have own factory in the China. So my factory always adhere to quality and efficiency. Give you the best service. We can give you very competitive price. If you need any helps from me or know more about us, please let me know. I'm glad to have more communication with you. Thanks, Linda.
Oh,
thank
thanks,
you,
Linda. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for being a listener. All right, Caleb Gates. Caleb Gates at alphavoice.io. We're looking to hire a podcaster for an awesome new startup. Do you recommend anyone? Question mark.
Oh, me. I'm a podcaster.
Yeah.
For an awesome
wait
startup.
a minute. Caleb, when you email a podcast email account, why are you not asking me directly to do this? Why are you asking me directly? Are you trying to say something? Feel free to email me back or forward this on to someone you know. Here's the position description, alphavoice.io/jobs.html. Thank you in advance. Caleb Gates, why did I click that link? I immediately closed that webpage as soon as I opened it. I don't know what the... I'm going to click it.
alphavoice.io, and it's apparently guaranteed to grow our audience. It's the most powerful content marketing tool for podcasters, YouTubers, and marketers.
This is the biggest scam. It's like a website made for you to give them your personal information so they can scam you. We want to hire you. Just give us your social, so we can do the background check, Anyway. All right, Rachel Martinez, bornintheeighties.com. Hi. Are you perhaps interested in bornintheeighties.com? It's on sale now, and we're taking in offers. I wish you a great day. I don't think we own bornintheeighties.com.
No, we're
because I think that was squatted on when we started.
Somebody squatted.
Hello, Born in the 80s. Oh, this is from Paige Carter, not Carter Page, who may be infamously known from the memo fame. Hello, bornintheeighties.com will be put on the market soon.
Hey, Cowty.
It does not have a website. Only the name is on sale. Please let us know if you're interested. If not, sorry to bother you, and we wish you a nice day. This is from a couple weeks ago. What should I reply with?
Say yes. Did they list a price? If not, offer them $1.
I'm responding yes, OMG, all caps. So let's see what they respond to that. Maybe we'll follow that up on there. Oh, okay, here we go. Simon Marcus from simon@pippa.io. Hi, I came across your show, Born in the 80s, last week on iTunes, and I wanted to reach out. I'm Simon, co-founder of Pippa, a podcast hosting and analytics company based in NYC. I'm really excited to share what my team and I have been building. The simplest, smartest way to share your podcast. We wanted to make it really easy to manage your podcast and understand your audience, and help share your work on iTunes or anywhere else. Our podcast are some huge shows, and some just getting started. All love Pippa. They switched over from SoundCloud, which is stupid to use for a podcast, Libsyn, which is great, Blueberry, which is blueberry without vowels, etc., and haven't looked back. I could go on for ages about how great Pippa is, but you should just see for yourself. We're really proud of what we built.
It's so nice of them to just send us this email, like specifically for us, personalized.
To reach out directly. So anyway, so that is Born in the 80s, bitecast@gmail.com. You can get us on there. That's probably not the easiest way for us to respond to your comments. You can watch on Twitch. We actually have a viewer on Twitch asking Motley Crue or Guns N' Roses, and he wants an answer.
I'm a big fan of the Guns N' Roses. I'm not a big fan, but more so than Motley Crue. I mean, Motley Crue's got some good stuff, and I do
all
like
right, come on.
When the drummer had sex on that boat. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
that's true. So I'm gonna have to say Motley Crue. I was like, Motley Crue's stupid. Guns N' Roses, that's a thinking man's band. You know what I mean? Like, and then I started listening to Motley Crue a lot more, and I was like you put Kickstart My Heart on and you're driving, it's like this fucking shit rocks. So I don't know. I gotta go for Crue actually, so I feel like Guns N' Roses is a little too up its own butt, whereas Motley Crue is just like, let's fucking party, let's get wasted. Matt,
so
question for the ages.
Yes.
Blink or Green Day?
I was a Green Day boy.
Okay.
I went to the American Idiot tour, and I learned all about the politics from Green Day. And man, Nimrod's got some transformative stuff.
I love me some Green Day back in my high school years. I will say this. American Idiot pretty much came out at the perfect time for me, because that was my freshman year in college. So that's what all of us fucking people listened to, and we're like, this is cool, this is great.
And you were like, yeah, the system is bullshit.
Yeah. I'm a 18-year-old freshman in college. This is burn it all down. Yeah, no, totally. I mean, but I was a huge I gotta say, I love me some Blink-182 though. Like, I was way into Blink-182 as well. That was like my jam early college, but I love them both. I don't know. I'd have to say Green Day. I mean, Green Day is the classic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Blink-182 is awesome though too, because I was way into that kind of skater rock.
Early Green Day, like Dookie Green Day.
Oh yeah,
is the shit. I was really heavily into that in high school, and if I'm honest, I still like it.
Oh yeah. Like some great karaoke tunes as well from Green Day. You know, if you're drunk, yelling out some Green Day or some Offspring even, that hits the spot.
Oh God, yeah, anyway. Offspring.
Oh yeah, we used to play that back in the day. You know, when Rock Band was a thing, we used to play a lot of Rock Band, and those Offspring songs tear the whole apartment down. Everyone yelling. Offspring lyrics at the TV. Anyway, man, remember when Rock Band was the thing? Remember when you used to like hang out with people and parties?
It's still a thing. There's a game, the Drop Mix. I want to play that.
Yeah.
If I had friends, I'd play that with them.
Yeah.
I think we're getting some robot-y noises from TJ. Anybody else?
Hey
see
TJ,
that?
do you have your phone near your like microphone cord or anything? Whoa!
Oh, it's doing that thing it was doing yesterday.
Oh man, you guys said this was. Oh okay. Oh, Primus or Red Hot Chili Peppers. Matt, you know where I'm at on this one.
I'm
You
in
know
favor
me.
of. I'm a big Flea fan. He was real great in Back to the Future Part 2. So I'm gonna go with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I prefer Flea's work in oh shit. Or was that Anthony Kiedis that's in Point Break? I think it's Anthony Kiedis that's in Point Break.
I think it is. But let's check out Flea's IMDb.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. Again, Californication came out like when I was in high school. I listened to all that, and I was like, "Yeah, I love Under the Bridge. This is a great song. I'm a cool, 15-year-old, 16-year-old listen to this song about these guys scoring
I know
heroin.
Where to buy heroin now. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Oh man,
no. We were more.
You gotta
where I grew
admire
up,
Flea for not getting his teeth fixed.
yeah.
Just keep
I
that
mean,
gap.
that's
It's his
right.
signature at
Oh,
this point.
I forgot. Speaking of Flea, Big Lebowski, as well. Goddamn, he's been some funny stuff. I like that guy. Yeah. I mean, Primus obviously is like the thinking man's band, I guess. Like version, because the Red Hot Chili Peppers is I think the cross section of the fan base of Red Hot Chili Peppers has got some real bad eggs in there. some real people I wouldn't want to hang out with in there. Whereas I think
Yeah.
Primus people are probably a little bit more interesting and more my speed. But I don't know.
Shit, Flea was in Baby Driver. I don't remember that.
Yeah. He's actually in a lot of that. He's like one of the crew members in the early. When they get the Michael Myers masks, he's in that crew with Jamie Foxx. I think that first. But I forget who's in that. But anyway, he's in one of the.
Fox in the second crew. Yeah.
Well, he's in one of the
yeah.
crews that they help. So.
Oh yeah.
He's in the
if it was the Mike Myers' first one, that was the dude that plays Punisher and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or maybe Jamie Foxx was in that. Maybe he came back for the second crew too. I don't remember.
Sure.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I do remember Kevin Spacey was in that, and as we all know, he's good at playing a villain.
Well, we all know he's interested in baby drivers. Matt! Once they get to about driving age, he stops getting interested, though.
Man, that movie came out right at the right time, though, because if it came out
I
like a
know.
couple months later, they would have been fucked.
Oh, God. You got to imagine Edgar Wright is just like, woo! You got that one out of the way before the backlash hits. TJ, can you talk?
Yeah, I'm just on a phone now.
Oh.
Using the last bit of my monthly data.
Oh. For episode 300, though.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Thank you.
Nice.
TJ, why? All right, TJ. The president has said he wants to extend rural broadband and get broadband more out to the people.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this? I mean, he did in absolutely no way detail how this could ever happen or
No.
put down any sort of commitment to any money towards this. But aren't you excited?
Well, it's going to be the best broadband, the fastest broadband for everyone.
It's the best.
Broadband.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the
He's gonna
broadest
get to
of
it right
bands.
after he solves the opioid epidemic.
Yeah. Although I think his idea of broadband is just a rock group with a bunch of chicks that are pretty top heavy.
Hey.
Anyway.
Yeah, right with cyber.
Hey. But no.
Political
But,
commentary. Hey.
that's kind of that stuff that just like
Commentating.
is like not. I mean, regardless of the politician, is just like, yeah, that'd be nice. So fucking
Yeah.
do it, huh? Like,
Yeah.
like, don't just say it. Like, you gotta fucking put your money where your mouth is, because, like, we don't live in too rural of an area, but, like, there are some, like, small towns in Wisconsin or northern, northern Illinois that are just like, yeah, we kind of have high speed.
Yeah.
Like, I know,
Well, no,
like,
they're going to get high speed to everybody by redefining what high speed internet is.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That
Matt
makes
and I are lucky. Yeah, exactly. Matt and I are lucky that we live in Madison, where you can get 100 megs down pretty much in most of the areas. And I want to say this. Charter, people rag on Charter Spectrum. It's fucking good.
It's not the. I mean, Charter.
You can
has
have-
at least they've been an okay company.
Yes.
Every time I've had them.
Correct.
Yeah.
They actually are one of the few ISPs to not put download limits in. I think they signed the net neutrality. I don't know if they signed the new one, but back in the day, they were all for it. So,
Yep.
Yeah, they're all right, but it still sucks that like we don't have any competition.
that's
So,
the
like,
problem.
it's
There's no
Charter
choice.
or nothing.
TJ,
Oh God, what are you doing?
so can you explain what you? Okay, so TJ just double fisting drinks and mixed together what two drinks?
Not Your Father's Mountain Ale and Henry's Hard Cherry Cola.
Oh God,
How's that
sounds
mix?
gross.
Not bad.
Not bad. Can't imagine it's good. I'm drinking a Miller Lite because I'm here for the blue collar.
I'm
folks.
drinking Wisconsin Brewing Company's Chocolate Lab because there's a dog on the label.
Oh my God, Matthew Allenhag.
Yeah.
Somebody brought their puppy into work today.
Oh, puppies.
It was a corgi puppy. It was
Oh, I hate small dogs.
well, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah,
corgis
fuck
aren't
that
really a
dog.
small dog, but because they get to be pretty big, 30 pounds. I mean, anyway, corgis are amazing as puppies. They're the fucking cutest dogs you've ever seen because they waddle, because they're a little puppy and they have the big
Yeah.
bat ears that are all floppy.
And they have those tiny deformed legs.
Oh,
They're an
they're the best. The
abomination
queen's
of
favorite
nature.
dog. Anyway, I just want to mention that literally like it made me 2 years younger seeing that puppy today. Just all the troubles like left my shoulders seeing that little pupper running around yipping. Oh, he was a good little boy. He wanted to bite everything, but it was okay. He had his toy. He even played fetch at 10 weeks. He had it in his DNA to go grab a toy and bring it back. So dogs are great. I'm looking forward to getting a dog. Would like to adopt. Matt, can I rant about adoption right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell it it's adopted or?
Yeah. We're not your original parents, little dog. So what's really interesting is I think adopting pets is great. There's too many pets that are unwanted and need homes. Like, you gotta do it. But, like, I'm not saying humane societies are this bad, but there are some, like, rescue agencies where it's easier to get a home loan than it is to get a pet. And a lot of time, especially when you have, like, a cat, and like, it's like, okay, we need to do a home visit where we have, 3 people come in and judge your house. And it's like, I've had cats all my life.
What the
Can
fuck
I just
kind of
have a
rescue
cat?
are you going to?
I'm not saying that, but I've heard there are pet rescues because I'm actually specifically referencing Reggie Watts. Have you heard of Reggie Watts?
The performer?
The musical.
Yeah, isn't he a musician guy?
I don't want
Comedy
to even say
music guy?
musician. He's a performer.
Yes, Reggie Watts. Well, have you heard of Reggie Watts, the cat? So
No.
there's a cat that Chicago, an artist from Logan Square named Ray Bees had adopted a cat, I think 5 years ago, from the animal shelter called Feline Friends. And let me see if I can get to the store. story about the actual feud, not about Reggie Watts' involvement. Yeah, this lady had a cat that she had adopted. And this cat, Reggie Watts, as precocious and funny as Reggie Watts, the comedian, music performer, is, this cat was a precocious little guy. He liked to escape. He liked to get out and be as probably neutered or a little too late. Or wait, are male cats neutered or spayed? I don't remember.
Neutered.
Anyway, neutered. Okay, I was right the first time. And so, maybe a little too late. Still got a little bit of that Tomcat wander in him. And so he escaped. And she, went to Facebook. Hey, my cat got out. Like, please, like, made a meme, to circulate and trying to get out. Like, oh, Reggie got out. Ha, Reggie Watts, named after comedian, whatever. Couldn't find him. Someone found Reggie Watts, the cat. He had a microchip. They brought the microchip back to Feline Friends Cat Rescue, which is where the microchip was registered to. Amazing. Ray Bees is like, hey, oh my God, you found my cat. Can I have it back? And they're like, no. You're a bad cat owner. We're going to keep it. The pet you've had for 5 years because it got out once. Like, I just say that,
I
like,
don't think they can do that.
no, because she has now sued them, obviously, for custody. And here's a quote from her as she's met the cat, where she was allowed to meet it at a vet office. I've never fathomed I'd be where I'm at right now. Age 30 and in a cat custody battle, she said with a sigh. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird situation. So apparently pet custody battles are on the rise because I guess this is, when you have a divorce case. This month, an Illinois law took effect that allows judges to consider the quote-unquote best interest of pets for custody in divorce cases rather than treating them as property. Which is, I mean, really interesting. It does make sense to me. But in the problem, I think, with this situation, and the situation of this, it comes to my attention, is Ray Bees is an African-American woman. And if you know anything about being an African-American woman, is that, boy, do you get discriminated against for pretty much everything. And I have to imagine, I don't want to sound like racist or anything, and now that's a terrible thing to say. But when I read this story, I was like, I'll bet you this person is an African-American person. Because you see this kind of stuff all the time. I saw a recent... it's Black History Month, so I'm getting right in on this. I saw an article today that said that African American women are more likely to die in childbirth, and this is completely corrected for socioeconomic status. So if you had an African American woman making $50,000 a year, a white woman making $50,000 a year, the African American woman is more likely to die, even though she has the same means as a white woman to health care than a white woman, because, and this is what the study concluded, that doctors and medical professionals do not take the opinions of patients as seriously. So if they had an issue like, oh, I'm having these pains, they more likely, if they're an African American person, to say, oh no, this is typical, don't worry about it, versus if it was a white patient maybe saying, okay, well, come in, let's take a look. It's just like when you look at the numbers, and it's just kind of one of those crazy things that, doctors aren't probably racist, but it's a crazy, like, unconscious thing that's happening. It's just
a weird implicit bias. I know. Yeah,
it's
I've
terrible.
heard of those studies specifically with like pain management and that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. There's
definitely
just
with
a
pain
weird
management
thing that like gets in the way of your empathy. If your brain is wired to recognize people that look like you, and sometimes there's a hiccup if they don't look like you.
And it's stuff like that.
How do you fix that? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. How you fix it is you put out studies to make people aware of it, so they're aware of their biases. And so when they have that decision to make, they're like, wait a minute, maybe she should come in. You know, like, you know what? Oh my God, on second thought, let's think about it. You know what I mean? Like, we just need to be aware of it. And that's the thing that really bothers me when people say, oh, racism's dead. Oh, come on. Like, no.
No, I've been on
We don't
Twitch.
get over that quickly. Sorry. No, and
Yeah, and even if
not that I'm
like,
saying. Yep, go.
even if suddenly like magic wand waved and nobody now was racist, we'd still be like dealing with the racism of the past. Like
Yeah.
that shit does not end just because like a generation
Yeah.
turns over.
And now it's really interesting too, because I'm not saying that this particular case, you know, has this sort of, you know, angle to it or whatever. What I'm saying is that I guarantee you in pet adoption cases, if you had an African American couple looking to adopt a dog versus a white couple, there's gonna be some bias there, and,
Yeah.
and that sucks. And it's like insane stuff like. And so this was brought up because the Maine Coon cat named Reggie, who's 16 pounds, a big old
He's a
fluffy
Maine
boy.
Coon.
Oh, I love Maine
those
Coons.
guys.
But yeah, I mean, Maine Coons do tend to wander. That's a problem with them because they're big old kitty boys. So I mean, it's obvious that like reading this story, this lady took good care of it. I mean, as soon as the cat was gone, she's like listing on Facebook like, "Oh, I got to find this." You know, it's like her cat, you know. And she like tried to do this, and then and this is the problem I have with adoption agencies is when you have some of these, they get super tight about shit like this, and it's like, dude, like, I want my cat back. It got out. Like, this could happen to anyone. Like, it's just, it's insane. Like, it.
Well, it happens a lot more with like the smaller ones.
Yes.
They just get really, I don't know, full of themselves with like
Finicky?
taking, like just taking the animal's side over everything, and yeah, I don't want to like paint even the small cat or animal rescues in a bad light, but it is something that I've noticed before where like they can go too far. but I haven't seen that with like the Humane Society.
Humane societies are generally well run, and I'm not saying that they're all like this. I'm just saying that when you see situations like this or you hear stories about this, it's like, you know, these people, I think someone looking to adopt a pet is already somebody who's more likely to take good care of a pet, because the people that don't take good care of their pets and end up giving dogs and cats to adoption agencies are people that pick up pets in pet stores, you know, or get pets as gifts without thinking about the consequences. If you're someone who's like, all right, I want to do the right thing, I want to go to the Humane Society because I know Lauren and I want to get a dog when we get a house, and I want to get a puppy because I want to get a young dog because we got cats, and I want to be able to socialize. Exactly. No, I want to be able to socialize it because I don't want to get a dog that's older that doesn't like cats or has an issue. Because when you get a puppy, they can socialize really young, and not be aggressive. And I really want to get a puppy, and that can be hard at the Humane Society, but I want to try. So we're going to be looking out for Humane Society because I want to adopt. I really do.
Yeah. Here's the trick.
First and foremost,
you can put your name on a wait list. So if
that's exactly what we're going to do.
They'll call you.
Yep. That's exactly what we're going to do because we're going to have a house. You know, she's owned dogs her entire life. I've never had a dog, but you know, I did when I was really young. But I love cats. I love pets. Like, obviously, I'm a biology major. I love animals. You know, I want to have a dog real bad. We're specifically looking for houses that have fenced yards so that we can have space for a dog to run around. You know, like so. Yeah, that's the plan. You know, hopefully we can get one from the Humane Society. Because I would much rather adopt if we could than get one. And then once we get, you know, 10, 15 years down the line, once we get our ranch where she can keep her horses, I want to get a registered, like a Blue Heeler or some good old farm dog. But
oh, nice.
But I do want to get a puppy. Because I want it to something we can train. Because I've never had one, so I'd like to have that opportunity. I don't know, but the Humane Society's great for that because they're totally like, okay, you're animal people, like you take good care of dogs,
especially
and cats,
here in Madison. The Dane County Humane Society is really good.
Yeah, it's a great organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
give the lady her damn cat back.
I think this has been resolved. It was brought up because Reggie Watts himself started tweeting about it, like, "Hey, can the cat version of me be freed back to her rightful or his rightful owner?" So yeah, so I think it was resolved, but I mean, it's just kind of like here we go. In attempts to make amends, here's the insanity of this. In attempts to make amends with feline friends, Ray Bees, the owner of the cat, has already offered to give the organization open access to a GPS tracking collar because I think one of their disputes was she didn't have a collar on the cat. But also she says the cat's never allowed outside. He just escaped through a window. He's like a Houdini. He pried a window open and got out. So he's not, I mean, I have collars on my cats. I've had plenty of indoor cats where we didn't give them collars because they're not allowed outside. But, you know, if they got outside, whatever. We put collars on our cats because I think they look funny. And if they did get outside, someone would probably check them right away. But our cats are microchipped as well. So she's willing to put in a bunch of money onto this, saying, hey, I'm going to buy this GPS tracking collar. And she said she was willing to post a $1,500 bond that'll get that the feline friends will get if the cat goes missing, you know, to have them help look for it or whatever. But they rejected the offer. Now, thanks to a court order, she's allowed weekly visitations with the cat at a neutral location. But she thinks he's stressed and bored living in the cat foster home. Meanwhile, Feline Friend says they only care about the health and safety of the cats and entrust into people's care. And that's the problem I have with some of these rescues is that they're really, like, the cat probably really just wants to be back home where it lived for 5 fucking years. So back the fuck off. Anyway, you see disputes like this all the time. And it's just kind of like, yeah. I hope it gets resolved. I'm sure it will. I mean, although, did you hear about Rally Cat?
Well, before we move on, I just wanted to lecture our audience and say, if you have a pet that's microchipped, get that address updated. So if it does go missing, it gets returned to you and not a crazy fucking shelter.
That's true. We have I don't think we actually, now that you talk about it, Matt, we moved now. I don't think we updated the address. But they do have my phone number, which is the same phone number that I have now. We have the file, so they would call me, at least. But yeah, we probably should update that. I just have to, we have the papers somewhere in some folder. So we got, I mean, our cats are fucking 8 years old now. That's fucking crazy to me. But, but speaking of cat feline custody battles, did you hear about Rally Cat?
No.
So,
what is
August 9th, Cardinals were 5-4, 6th inning, home game, playoff chase happening. The St. Louis Cardinals. A cat runs onto the field. It's hilarious. There's actually a guy, a bat boy runs out to like grab the cat and like fucking just latches onto his arm and like scratches him. And he's like, it's funny because the cat's out there. Immediately after the cat's brought off, the very next play, hit a grand slam to win the game. So it was Rally Cat. Like,
so he's a lucky cat.
Exactly. So here's the deal. The Cardinals were like, hey, that's our cat. Or he's Rally Cat. Hey, he's a good old kitty. And the Humane Society was saying, hey, we don't have the Rally Cat from last night's game, but we do have lots of cats. So they're using this as an opportunity to say, hey, if you need a cat, get one. So what happened was the Cardinals handed over the cat they found to a fan who claimed to be the kitten's owner. Which is weird anyway, because, like, okay, you didn't bring a cat to the fucking stadium. This is obviously a stray cat that made its way through, the underneath or whatever. And so then St. Louis Cardinals started being like, Rally Cat, he's ours. He's part of the family. We got Rally Cat Appreciation Day and all this stuff. And then Humane Society was just like, nah. We're keeping him. He's a stray. We're not giving it over to a fucking Cardinals organization clubhouse to be the cat for your team mascot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
this is,
but,
and this
like,
is where I
nobody's gonna
totally
fucking take care
agree.
of it.
Is they were trying to like co-opt this cat, and part of this is because the Milwaukee Brewers have Hank the
They
dog.
have a stray brewer.
Yes,
that
they picked up a dog,
up the cup.
and the Hank the dog story is incredible. I love Hank the dog, and I think they wanted their own thing. They wanted a cat. They wanted to have their little story, and it's a fun story. Cat runs on the field, hit a home run, like great. And so basically what happened was St. Louis was like bullying the Humane Society, saying, you have to give us the cat, his rally cat. And they're like, no, actually we don't, because he was a stray and he was brought in. Like, so sorry, you can put your list on the name of adoptees and we'll consider it. Like, and he obviously was not adopted to them. And I think that's pretty much where it ended. But it was really funny to see an organization just basically be like, try and pull rank, basically. I honestly think that it would be fine if they adopted the rally cat to like maybe a member of the family that owns the Cardinals or something, like, and they can like take pictures of it. But like, first off, Hank the dog,
Set up like a celebrity cat Instagram.
yeah. Hank the dog is fine. They don't like parade this dog that they have. So the story of Hank the dog is
What's
really
up with
cool.
it? Yeah, I don't know the story of Hank the dog.
Yeah, so they have training camp in Arizona in the summer, and the Brewers have a field where they do all their training and stuff. And this stray dog, which it looks like a Bichon Frise mix, just
Oh, that wasn't me. That was a cat.
the
He's
cat
hitting the
stepped on.
soundboard.
He hates dogs. You can tell.
He's like, fuck that shit.
So they're in their training place in Arizona, and this dog kind of walked on the field and was hanging around all the players, and they were like, petting it and like that, and they were like, this is a stray, and they tried to find an owner, and there wasn't anyone, and so they basically were like, all right, well, let's just take the dog. And I think it was not a player, but it was one of the coach's family wanted to adopt the dog. And they were like, let's just take it. And like, they took it in. It was totally like, obviously, not like feral, like people. And they were like, all right. So they just adopted it, basically got it shots and whatnot. And they took it home. And so now Hank the dog is part of the Brewers organization as like a little pet thing. But like, they don't like.
They didn't name him Bernie.
No. But first off, the dog, he's named after Hank Aaron, the Milwaukee Braves player. But,
baseball man.
yes, the guy who hit the most home runs until Barry Bonds. But anyway, Hammer and Hank Aaron. Anyway,
He's good at that baseball.
yeah. But I love Hank the dog because the Brewers, they didn't really. They didn't like try and make a deal out of this thing. It was just a stray dog that showed up in camp that seemed to really like all the players, and one of the coaches was like, I want to adopt it because I want a dog, and his family was there, and so they brought it back, and now it lives with one of the coaches, and sometimes they bring it out for media events, but it's not like when they have dog day at the park, because that's the best day to go to a Brewers game, by the way, when they allow pets in. And so you can just see all the dogs sitting in the seats. But I mean, it's like a thing. So here's the difference. A cat does not want to be in a stadium full of people. A dog?
No.
Probably okay with it if it's around players and stuff in the game, So, and it's kind of one of those things that's just like, yeah, the Brewers kind of happened organically. They had this dog show up in a family of one of the coaches was like, let's adopt it. Not like some fucking cat that ran on the field and they're like, it's ours. It was in the stadium, so it's now and they're trying to like, we're trying to strong arm some Humane Society over this shit. But the Humane Society's terrible. So now that I think about it, speaking of milkshake ducks, what
What's
about the
wrong with
CEO,
Humane
Matt?
Society? I don't know anything about the CEO of the Humane
Oh, you
Society.
didn't hear about the CEO of the Humane Society who had multiple sexual harassment allegations, in which the board of the Humane Society voted to keep him on as CEO, even though the allegations were true, and then half of the board resigned because of this?
God damn it.
It's fucking insane! How would you do this? Dude, sexual assault allegations that were settled out of court You're not a CEO anymore. Goodbye. It's not even a fucking question. Why are you doing this, fucking human? He'll be gone in a month because this will blow up. This is just a news story I read earlier today. So goodbye, dude. Like, fuck off. Like, seriously.
But support your local humane society because they help.
That's true.
kitties and
That's the
puppies.
American organization. Your local humane society probably doesn't give two shits about that. They are, very oriented. I'm just saying. That would like bug me. It's like, seriously, fucking pet organizations. Like, ugh. Anyway, he'll probably step down or something. Do the right thing.
Or he'll run.
Sorry,
for Congress.
TJ is gone again.
Yeah, I think he's having some technical difficulties.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man. On episode 300. Oh, here it is. 5 hours ago. CEO of Humane Society resigns amid allegations of sexual assault. Get out of here. Is it... Milkshake duck. This isn't a milkshake duck. But fair enough. It kind of is. I just love that the fucking Humane Society did not oust the CEO, and then the board, I'm assuming all of the women on the board were like, goodbye. I quit. Fuck you. Like, we can't keep this guy in here. I do have a milkshake duck, though. Are you ready for this? It's video game related, too. So at E3 in 2017, there was a trailer. I forget which press conference it was during. Let me just let this play so I can get the console. Okay, I don't have it. Probably during the Xbox or PS4 presentation. There was a little indie, like steampunky slash cyberpunk neo-noir game called The Last Night, and it looked really cool.
Oh yeah, that looked really sweet. That was like pixel arty and shit.
Yeah. It was like pixel art, like cyberpunk, like Blade Runner aesthetic. And so that evening, Twitter user @PonetPlus tweeted their excitement of the game had dissipated after discovering that the lead developer was previously a Gamergate supporter who noted he was working on the game that, quote unquote, takes place in a future where progressivism has spiraled out of control.
Oh boy.
So immediately, it's really funny too because it was literally like hours later. They were just like, "Oh, this game looks really cool. That looks really neat. Oh, this guy's horrible. That's creating this game."
Oh wait, it's a message about how all of the things are gonna ruin the world. Okay, cool.
So it's really funny because there's there's some Twitter users that or just 9volt, who is one of my favorite Twitter users, posted, "The Last Night is the best looking game of E3 so far," and then like hours later he responds, "Oh no." Like, oh.
That is classic milkshake.
Whoops. Yeah. So anyway, you have other players like Zoe Quinn, who is a developer who is basically the start of Gamergate. Was saying, and this is something I agree with. It is like, if you're a Gamergate person, I'm never gonna like be on your side. Like, I'm never gonna let it go. So anyway, the guy also, to be fair to this guy, he did respond afterwards, saying, one, controversy time. Let's talk about it because it's important. One, I completely stand for equality and inclusiveness. Two, in no way is The Last Night a game against feminism or any form of equality. A lot of things have changed for me in these last few years. Three, the fictional setting of the game does not challenge technosocial progress as a whole, but it's certainly not trying to promote regressive ideas. So the guy is like saying, okay, I tweeted in 2014 about Gamergate and a game I was working on being a place or future where progressiveness spiraled out of control. But like, I mean, like, this guy is like,
so that was like an old tweet.
Yes.
Ago. Okay.
Yes. So, but anyway, regardless, if you're one of those assholes fucking in 2014, come on. But he at least did repent, it seems, in some way. But So whatever. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like, oh man, god damn it. Like that's why, Matt, you got tweet delete set up?
Yeah. Got that
I
tweet
know.
delete.
I don't have it set up
It's
either.
really freeing. I feel more free to just say stupid shit. That's not like, it's not controversial in any way, but it's just like dumb jokes and stuff. So I'm like, whatever, this will be gone in a month.
Yeah.
No,
Matt, my follower count has further just completely disintegrated. Yeah, I had like 1,200 followers. Now I have 764. It's so sad. Because if loyal listeners remember, I did purchase 2,500 followers. I think we talked about it during a podcast episode because we found out you could do it. I think I purchased 2,500 for myself and then 1,000 for Lance, who deleted his account. So thanks for the $5 I spent, Lance, to get those.
yeah.
But New York Times actually put out an article recently about how DevUme, which is I think was the thing I used to get Twitter followers, had like all these famous people had fake accounts and fake Twitter followers, and I love that the fucking Richard Roper got fucking suspended from the Chicago Sun-Times for having fake followers, because followers are fucking bullshit. It's a stupid metric that inflates your self-worth, which is why I bought them, because it was a joke. Like,
the
this
only
is a
reason
stupid
to
thing.
worry about those numbers is like for talking to people that don't understand that those numbers are meaningless. Like if
It is
you're
completely
trying to
meaningless.
pitch a show or something and you're talking to producers that don't get how Twitter works, you could be like, oh yeah, I have 10,000
Yeah.
followers, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. And for a while that was like the way things were set up. It was so easy to game the system. You just get a bunch of fake followers. It boosts your search engine rankings and shit.
Yep.
But that's all fixed now, hopefully.
Yeah.
So it's all meaningless. Everything's meaningless.
So-
Nothing
So I'm
matters.
just pissed that the New York Times article came out and I lost like 500 of my fake followers. This is bullshit.
Well, maybe for your wedding, I'll get you a bunch of fake followers.
So you know how much it costs to get 20,000 followers?
$10?
$60.
That's a
The
lot
prices
more
have
than
gone
I
up,
thought it
my
would be.
friend. Prices have gone up, my friend. To get 2,500
The
followers
prices have
back in
gone
the,
up and the value's gone down.
Yeah. Well, I bet these followers are probably better than the fake ones that I got. Because they're supposedly high quality, and they kind of go into the article that a lot of these fake followers are like clones of real accounts. So they'll take like bio and a picture from an account, and then just like take the name and add a bunch of characters at the end of it, you know? And so, you know, to make them appear real rather than fake, so they can get through the thing. So I'm sure the reason I lost so many of mine were they were not high quality. It makes you want to buy more. It's because the number is so fucking stupid. It's like such a I want to buy them as like a punk thing. Like, fuck your goddamn
here's
numbers.
the
This is
thing.
stupid.
If you lean into the fake followers and bots and shit, then the more like you'll help make it a bigger problem, and then Twitter will have to actually fucking do something about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to buy any more fake followers because it's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Because it's against the terms of service, I think. Not really. You know what I mean? Like, but kind of is. Like, whatever. Anyway, like, I wouldn't recommend doing it, but like, the stupid thing is that you could buy 20,000 Twitter followers for like the price of a video game. And I guarantee you, when people look at your tweets, they'd be like, huh, this guy must be something. It's especially important for brands.
They'd be like, oh, these tweets get one favorite and no retweets. So.
Oh, Matt, they do more than that now. So DevUme will actually have bot accounts retweet your tweets and favorite your tweets.
Oh,
So they set
boy.
them up to automatically, if you pay for it, to get viral mentions and stuff. So yeah, it's a fucking whole underbelly. I mean, that's a thing. I mean, like, you had, I mean, there are certain because they got that article goes into some users that were purchasing just hundreds of thousands of followers. Like I think that one of the biggest ones was Kathy Ireland, who was used to be a swimsuit model back in the 90s. I think she like is a spokesperson for some like fucking brand or something now. But she had like out of her like 1.2 million Twitter followers, like 700,000 of them were fake. Like it was a majority. You know what I mean? Like because like and then like I think the brand was sad because they were like, well, we fucking picked her up as our spokesperson based on the value of her like popularity. And to which I
like
say,
what I
if
was
you're
saying,
looking at a follower count, it's your own fault.
Yeah, like the only reason to have a shit ton of followers is if you're gonna use it to leverage stuff like brand deals and things for people that don't know any better.
Yeah. So like
if any brands out there want to sponsor Born in the 80s podcast, we can have a lot of followers if you want. How many you want? Like 1,000? We can get that done. You want 2,000? We can get that done too.
So check my follower count out on. So you can go to twitteraudit.com, right?
Okay.
And it tells you how many of your followers are fake versus how many of yours are real. You know what I mean? So it's as simple as typing in like let's do @thatKevinSmith, who has 3 million followers, and type the audit button, and we'll see what they say about that. He has 60% audit score. So it looks like 3,000 to 2,000 real to fake. So he has a lot of fake followers, according to this. Like Twitter Audit takes a sample of 5,000 or more Twitter followers, just like a little taste, a little piece of your followership to see how real they are. So someone like him, 60% audit score is good because obviously this is not. It's looking at how many followers you have that are active users on Twitter.
And if you have fake followers, it doesn't necessarily mean that you bought them. Like for a while.
Correct. Yes, because if you want to go to devyoume.com, you literally just put in @this, buy this, and they just add them to the account. You could give anyone
not even
fake
that,
followers.
but like I was getting follows from bots for a long time that were following me specifically because they wanted to sell me like music marketing services and things.
Correctly. Yeah. That's just how it works. Like that's the Twitter economy. It's dumb. Follower counts are bullshit. Is what you need to look. Is what the lesson from this is.
John, everything.
And
is
what's
bullshit.
not bullshit is the quality of your
character
of your tweets. So
just like
yeah,
Dr.
the qual. I do not want to be judged.
I dream of a world where my children will be judged by the quality of their tweets. Oh, what's that noise?
I yawned. What is that?
It's got a big build-up on this one.
Yeah, it's a really long build-up. What?
It'll get there. It'll get there.
What could this be? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it's time for your Melissophilia minute.
Fan favorite segment.
Oh! This one's a bit of a long walk, so you're gonna have to stick with me on this.
Yep.
But let's talk about stink bugs.
I love stink bugs.
Our battle with stink bugs has been well documented on this podcast on upwards of 2 episodes. They're everywhere, and they're horrible. And so what they are, apparently, is they're an invasive species from Asia. These stink bugs that are like taking over in several states. They've been found in up to 8 states, and they're annoying as fuck. But they're also destroying crops. They, like other insects, feed by inserting their mouth parts into the leaf bits of plants and sucking it out like a milkshake. So in 2010, Mid-Atlantic apple growers blamed them for an 18% crop loss. They also like to destroy jalapeno peppers and things. So scientists have been studying these fuckers for a long time. And what they do is they'll leave stink bug eggs out in various environments and watch them to see what happens. Some insects will come and chew on them. Some will steal them like ants. Other stink bugs will come inspect them. And this past summer, one such experiment occurred on a farm in New York. So let's talk about Trisolacus japonicus, which is definitely how that's pronounced, aka the samurai wasp. They are also an invasive species. They're
This sounds
smaller
bad.
than the head of a pin. They don't sting humans. They're friends to humans, and they really fucking love laying their eggs inside of stink bug eggs. They really love it. It's their favorite place. So, samurai wasps, because they're an invasive species, they've been found in 8 states so far, but they haven't been able to breed quickly enough to slow stink bug spreads.
Okay.
But because they've been found in these 8 states, they're already there. So the permit process for breeding and releasing future samurai wasps is quick and easy. So what scientists are going to do, what they're doing right now is they're raising samurai wasps in labs, infesting stink bug eggs with them, then distributing the infested stink bug eggs Johnny Appleseed style, so that they hatch new samurai wasps, which presumably fuck up more stink bug eggs, and we're free of the stink bug menace, all because of our friend the samurai wasp.
Okay.
They've made over 6,000 infected eggs the last year, and they're saying that they're gonna try and quadruple that for this summer, because shit is getting real for the stink bugs. So let's take a moment to appreciate the common samurai wasp for all of its service to our country.
Stink bug murders. They are fucking tiny.
Once more, immigrants making this country great. Because
immigrants making this country great again.
They're from Japan, I'm guessing, based on the Latin name.
I think it says yes. They're originally from Asia. Maybe they were named in Japan because they're known as Trisolacus japonicus.
Yeah, and they're just like, we're gonna alien up this shit.
That's
inject our shit into your shit and make it from the inside out.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of interesting because that's like a little mini science corner. That's kind of how a lot of these invasive species end up being treated. Is they will be like, okay, so like the stink bug guy introduced, God, they're a nuisance. Let's introduce the species that was the species that preyed upon that species in the country. And not even that,
it was an accident that these wasps came over to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more than likely if one's going to get introduced.
The article went into like it's illegal to transport these across state lines, but if they're just spreading on their own, once they show up in a state, it's fair game to bring more to that state.
Yeah, breed them. Yeah. So one really interesting thing too is talking about invasive species, and I'm gonna get my little soapbox here, but the emerald ash borer made its way to the U.S. when I was in college, and it was kind of a big deal. Let me go to news on this because I'm just looking. This is a little science corner we're getting here.
Science, bitch.
Yeah. So what's really interesting is that the emerald ash borer is kind of been taking over like cities and a lot because the ash tree is a very common tree in the U.S. Like, you know, they make up
very delicious.
Yep, gotta get that ash tree. But so they're
ash.
all over. Yeah, so ash trees are all over the U.S. Because they are just
well, they grow really well in cities, right? So
yes, exactly. So
if you're doing landscaping like on city blocks, it's just like something that you can grow there without too much effort.
Yeah, so if you were to go drive through a city in like the 40s and 50s, back in, Leave It to Beaver times, you would find elm trees everywhere, because elm trees were popular, and because elm trees had beautiful branches that would spread out, and so you'd have an elm tree on one side of the street, an elm tree on the other side of the street. It would spread out and be a beautiful canopy over the road. Gorgeous trees, but they all fucking
nothing
died.
Bad happened to the elm trees.
They all died.
So well.
Yes, because there was I believe it was a European elm disease.
Yeah,
that came
Dutch elm
over.
disease.
Dutch elm disease. Yep.
If
And it
there's one
destroyed
thing
all
I've
the
learned,
elms.
it's that monocultures, nothing ever goes wrong with them.
Correct. So elm trees were torn down, replaced with ash trees. Not quite as beautiful, but a lot more hardy than elm. Which, by the way, elm trees still affected by this disease. So you'll find elm trees, but they're a lot more rare than they used to be. So ash trees were replaced in a lot of places and cities, and there is the emerald ash borer, which I believe. Let me just look at the info site about the emerald ash borer. Was brought over from fucking Asia, and I'm trying to think of exactly where, but they would feed on trees over there, and so they dig underneath the bark of a tree, and then kind of just like eat the layer that's right underneath the bark, which is where all of the nutrients of a tree flow, because it's got all the nutrients, got all the sugar, and so they eat that layer, and then interesting thing. So it's called ringing a tree, Matt. I don't know if you've heard this, but if you cut around a tree like an inch deep all the way around it, you'll kill it because it won't be able to transport nutrients up and down.
Oh, really?
And so that's what happens with these infestations. They'll just bore around, and they'll eventually cut the circulation of a tree off, and it'll die. So one great thing about the emerald ash borer infestation is that it is basically confirmed in most of the U.S. Couple things. So do you remember, I think 2 years ago when we had that negative 45 degrees?
I don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it.
No, you remember that when it got super cold in like 2013, 2014?
I don't remember last week.
Well, that's fair enough, but so that actually slowed the population really well because they're from Asia, from China, I think China, like mainland
This is
Asia,
Northeast Asia. China,
so
Korea,
a little
area.
bit less cold, and it actually because it was sustained below like zero for like 3 or 4 days, it actually killed a lot of the population off. Obviously, it didn't kill them all off because if they're hibernating deep enough or wherever, because they hibernate like near the roots of the trees below ground to stay warm. But yeah, it actually killed a lot of the emerald ash borers off, so it slowed the infestation down a little bit. Great thing is that there are insecticides that are fairly good at stopping them. It does only attack ash trees. Here's a great thing.
The ashes.
Yep. Here's a great thing about emerald ash borers. They don't have the natural predator that they would have in Asia, so this is why they've kind of spread. So maybe we need to find the wasp or whatever that attack these. They've already killed hundreds and thousands and even millions of ash trees in America. But one great thing is that our DNRs have been doing a really great job of putting awareness out of this. It slowed it down. I mean, they caused a lot of destruction, but this is nowhere near as bad as the Dutch elm disease was, because there's been a lot more control. Obviously, a lot of work needs to be done, but it's been really great to see the community come together and put some good work in here. Because like when I was in college, this was kind of starting to come out because they had first started making their way in the U.S. They weren't even in Wisconsin yet.
Yeah.
They're all over in the state now.
I remember like going out for walks in the woods and like seeing these weird traps hanging on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this
Yes,
thing?
because
then
there
you
was
get
a lot of
close and
research
there's
being
usually
done.
a sign like explaining what it was for.
Mm-hmm.
It was always for emerald ash borers.
Yes, so there's a lot of research being done, and this was like, this is going to wipe out the population. We're going to see, 10 years there won't be an ash tree in America again, like what happened with the elm tree, which we actually introduced a European elm, which is resistant to it. So you'll see those elm trees around, but you can still out in natural forests find elm trees that are around. But it's just been a good job. I'm not saying by any means is this threat gone or over, but there's been a couple lucky bits of climate, at least in Wisconsin. Obviously, places further south aren't as lucky. They've slowed it down, but there's been a lot of great control of insect trapping, insecticide usage. A big thing, and this is something I always say, is you cannot transport firewood across state lines, because that is how this happened. Is they were brought over. I think the idea is they were in packing crates from Asia, and they just cut up a tree, put it in there, and there were eggs in just some packing material. So this is why the biggest control thing they do is you're not allowed to move firewood across county lines. So if you got firewood and you're going on a camping trip, wait till you get near where you're going to buy the firewood. Please don't bring firewood across state or county lines, because it could spread the ash borer, because you don't know where it came from. Another good thing is woodpeckers do eat the ash borers, so it's not quite as bad as stink bugs, where they just kind of fucking are everywhere. At least stink bugs don't eat trees. But
they do ruin crops. But
yes.
and I think that stink bugs don't really have any natural predators here because of the weird coriander like smell that they have. Like,
correct. Nobody wants to eat
normally
them.
In my apartment, if a bug gets in, the cats will fuck it up, but the cats won't go near these guys.
No, because they smell weird. It's their whole defense mechanism. So so it's really interesting how invasive species kind of ruin everything, and that's kind of part of the whole idea of climate change.
Let me stop you right there, John, because you're throwing some slander. You're saying invasive species ruin everything. But let me tell you about a good friend of mine. His name is the European honeybee, who is another invasive species.
That's true.
And now we're losing all of them.
You don't know what you got till they're gone, Matt, is what I'm saying.
Let's get little mini quadcopters. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. We're not ruining everything.
So what I'm saying is that not that the emerald ash borer menace is gone, but I think it's great the control that we've done so far.
We just gotta train them how to make honey.
Yeah, and we need to keep fighting the good fight. They just basically tear up the inside of an ash tree, which really sucks because the ash tree is a pretty tree. It's a good tree.
Yeah,
they're all over.
It's fun.
Their
whole existence is defined by destroying ash trees. They're called the emerald ash borer. Like,
they're named after what they destroy.
By ruining this thing.
Yeah, assholes.
Fuck you guys.
Yes, science.
Yeah, it's really interesting because like you'll have like mayor of Lincoln, Nebraska seeks public comment on their emerald ash borer plan because the city of Lincoln, Nebraska has 14,000 ash trees. I mean, that is your city gone. Goodbye, trees, because ash trees are very popular in cities. As are my favorite tree breed. Matt, do you remember my favorite tree?
The willow tree.
Honey locust tree. That's
like the
probably
tree.
the most popular or second most popular urban tree is the honey locust. Gladitia
No, urban tree
tricanthus.
is really just a dog whistle term for like trees. You know those trees.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm activating I'm red pilling our audience.
those urban trees.
Yeah. So the thing I really like about honey locusts is that they're fucking badass, prehistoric.
It looks like it'll fuck you up.
No, so the breeds that you find in cities actually are bred to have the spikes removed.
Okay.
But so naturally, honey locust trees have giant spikes that come out of their bark. I have an image here, so if you watch us live on Twitch on Friday nights, you can see this image. I'll put an image up on the webpage bornintheighties.net to find this episode image. Yeah, why not? Because I fucking love them.
And it's a
so
really
you know,
badass picture.
yes. So you know what's really cool about this tree and why it has those giant thorns, and this is why it's my favorite tree, because we don't know why, but the theory of why they have the giant.
Oh man, you're just rubbing it out like crazy.
The theory of why they have
second.
the giant thorns is because what they think is because of the size and spacing of them is they're not really useful for fighting against like a deer or something that would normally browse branches and trees and that, because they're huge fucking spikes. So the growing theory is that these spikes existed because woolly mammoths used to live, and they used to take the trunks and strip a tree of all of the leaves and barks. And so
I've seen elephants still do that today.
Correct. And so these giant, and I'm not going to say that this is true, because there's absolutely no way we can confirm this, because we don't have any woolly mammoths around. But we do know that mammoths. Yeah, we do know that this tree has been around since woolly mammoth days, so it is possible. But the theory is that because they would exist and tear trees up, this tree breed grew these big spikes as a way to protect themselves from being browsed by large herbivores, ancient herbivores. Because right now what's really interesting too is the way that they reproduce is if you've ever seen a honey locust tree, a lot of the urban breeds are also bred to not have this, or to have pea pods. So they actually have giant pea pods that they drop in the fall, and they get eaten.
Oh yeah.
Trees are. I love trees. This is what I went to college for. So what they would do is they drop all these little pods, and the pulp on the inside of the pods are edible. So they would just like tear them open to eat all that, and they would eat the seeds and then poop the seeds out, and then from the poop the trees would grow, basically, kind of building their own fertilizer by going through a digestive system of cattle or horses, which is really interesting. So I love the thorns. They're evolved to protect the trees from browsing Pleistocene megafauna, including woolly mammoths or giant other browsing animals that existed in the U.S. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's really cool. That's why it's my favorite tree, because it's like a living reminder of the fact that this American continent was covered with giant woolly elephants at one point that used to try and eat trees, and this tree was like, fuck you. Eat these fucking spikes, bitches. Go to the tree next door, So anyway, that's my favorite tree. I know it's a hot tree take. Hashtag hot tree take.
Hashtag hot trees.
Anyway, they're great. They're great urban trees because they don't require a lot of nutrients in the earth and stuff. So
they can be planted.
They just grow well in
cities,
between
some sidewalks and shit.
So anyway, and they grow really fast. So you can have a tree grow from small to actually giving you a lot of cover in your neighborhood very quickly. Downside of honey locusts, they drop their leaves really early on in the fall. They're usually the first trees to go yellow. So they go away quickly.
Cowardly trees.
They're yellow. Oh my god. Episode 300. John rants about trees.
TJ has technical difficulties, and we talk about trees for an hour.
I fucking love trees, man. I'm like really drunk right now, but like this is like what I went to college for. You don't understand. Trees.
I love trees so much.
I do love trees. Ugh. I love forests and trees, but yeah, it's my favorite tree. It's a really pretty tree because they grow fast, and they have, so like they have big bunches of leaves. So like their leaves are like 20 leaves on a little like leaflet thing, so they grow real bushy and big. They're a very pretty tree. What?
Apple tree.
That's a good tree. You get apples out of there.
Mm-hmm. It's a useful tree.
let's continue John's tree hour. You know, one of my other favorite trees is the bur oak. You know,
The
known
bro
as
is like a Bach
yes.
tree.
No, bur oak, known as Quercus macrocarpa. So bur oaks are oak trees. They're humongous trees. They're all over. So they're a prairie tree. They're a prairie edge tree. So they're big in Wisconsin, Midwest, like Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois. Anyway, this area, they're giant trees. But one thing I really like about them is that they're fireproof because they have really thick bark. And you know, I can show pictures of bur oak. Oh my god, this is fucking tree hour.
So that would be like if you're a pre-humans messing with cycles and you're doing like the standard growth fire cycle, they would survive those fires.
Correct. That is exactly what they were built to do. So this is not the perfect picture, but so one thing you'll see about bur oaks versus other oaks is they're easy to identify because bur oaks, the leaves, are oak tree leaves, are very they have a fiddle, like a big base fiddle like look. So they're just big and fat. The trees themselves are huge. They grow to be very big, branchy trees. They're really pretty. Drop acorns for your squirrel friends. They're all over in Wisconsin. They're one of the most populous trees in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you see them everywhere. Those around here.
They have super thick bark. So like this image doesn't do great justice to it, but like those little grooves are probably really deep and thick. So they have such a thick bark layer that when a wildfire would go through the prairie, like the bark would scorch and burn, whatever, but it wouldn't get deep enough into the tree to destroy the inner like tree layer. Like, you know how the emerald ash borer would ring a tree and kill it's like the circulatory system, like the blood vessels of the tree. So that would protect that. And then when the tree, when the fire would die down, the tree would, have the nutrients stored to grow its buds again, and the bark would shed off and new bark would grow, and it was just kind of like a fire, not like fireproofing, but fire protection.
Like all the competition around it would be gone, so those trees must have just got fucking massive.
Yeah, as you can see, the bur oak is very fire tolerant, so it's kind of like one of those trees you would find right on the edges of prairies, because the fire would come through and kind of stop at the bur oaks, because they would not like go up because they're thick thing. So I like those a lot too. They're up there because they're big old tree that's like, fire. I'm fine. And they're all over in Wisconsin. So anyway, I could like rant for hours about trees because I was like my focus there in college. So
maybe we'll start a side podcast about trees.
Oh man. I could go on
right after we start my podcast where I just talk about gum company constantly.
Yeah. So let's talk about the ironwood tree. No, I'm kidding.
God damn it.
Because that's an interesting tree breed as well. But maybe we'll save that for next week because I love fucking trees. Oh, ironwood tree. Anyway, interesting tree. You've played me off. I'm done.
All right.
So the iron tree. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
Anyway, thank you for your insect corner, which turned into tree corner.
Tree land.
Oh fuck! I've had quite a bit to drink tonight, Matt.
Oh man, I am jealous of you. I only had 2 beers in the apartment, and they are both gone now.
Beers. Beats Battlestar Galactica.
Cheers for the beers.
So yeah, no, I had a glass of whiskey. I had the last snowshoe beer. Uh-huh. I'm just getting all liquored up for episode 300. I don't drink very much, so it doesn't. I'm kind of a lightweight. It doesn't take a lot for me to get wasted.
Oh man.
I like, because I was thinking about this. When was the last time I actually like drank and got like inebriated? Probably sometime in December. You know, like I don't know.
No, I was at a wedding last Sunday with an open bar.
Oh yeah, how was that? How was the wedding?
It was an open bar. It was actually,
hey, Matt.
It was a really awesome wedding because we got there and there was the ceremony was like 15 minutes long, maybe less. And the vows were Rick-rolling. They were, I promise to never give you up, never let you down, never run around into
Nice.
And it was just like zip, zap, zap, and reception time.
Nice.
It was pretty great.
Get ready for a wedding that's going to be similar to that, Matt. Because,
good.
We've got a friend doing the vows or being our officiant. So it's going to just be pretty quick. Matt, you want to guess what kind of bar we have at our wedding?
Cash bar.
Nope. Partially open bar.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's like what was going on here, where it's like you have a certain beer selection that's
correct,
open, and then if
that's
you want cocktails,
we're going to. Yep. The way we're going to have it set up is we're going to have, I think, 4 kegs of beer will be free. We'll pay for, as well as, so yep, interesting. We're doing 2. So they don't have a huge selection, but we figured we're in Wisconsin, so we're gonna do 2 kegs of Spotted Cow. Can't go wrong with that. It's a drinkable, tasty beer for the spring. And then we're gonna do, I believe, 2 kegs of Bud Light, because I don't really care what cheap light beer we get. But I guess Lauren has relatives that won't drink Miller Lite, so we're going with Bud Light, I guess. I don't really care.
Okay.
Cheap beer.
And then one keg of Not Your Father's Mountain Ale for TJ.
For TJ?
Just 2 keg stands of
there will be
Mountain Dew.
TJ will be invited, so he can bring his family up. But there will be, I believe, it will be... so we'll do wine as well. Will be free. There'll be a house red and a house white will be available. They only pay us for the number of bottles we cork open, so it's not that big of a deal. Then
at least with like wine, opening a bottle of wine's not as big a deal as tapping a keg.
Correct. And we're gonna have a signature cocktail, which will be paid for as well. Free. Can you guess what the signature cocktail at our Wisconsin wedding is?
Is it an old fashioned?
A brandy old fashioned.
Nice.
And that's Lauren's favorite.
You gotta rename it something cute, like combining your names. Some bullshit.
No. Brandy old fashioned. It's Wisconsin. That's what we're having. So there will be plenty of liquor to get you drunk for free at my wedding. So I hope you like old fashions. I don't mind a brandy old fashioned. I'll drink one.
I'm not a big fan. It's a little bit sweet for me.
A little bit sweet for me too, but I'm pretty sure you can probably order it sour. Or Matt, if you wanted to do brandy and Coke, you probably do that too, because they don't probably care what it's mixed in with.
Fashion, just hold all the mixers, and can you substitute bourbon for brandy?
Yeah. No, we talked to the people, but they're like, no, they like people will be able to order anything with the brandy in it, the rail brandy, and it'll be free. So yeah, if you want a brandy and Coke, or Corbel, well, not Corbel and Coke, but brandy and Coke, that'll be whatever. But no, Lauren wants the brandy old fashioned. That's fine.
The rail brandy is Borbell.
Yes. No. God no. We can't afford that.
Schmorbell.
No. So yeah. So you'll be able to drink for free. I think the half cash bar is the way to do it, because it's just a little bit cheaper. Although I did go to a wedding that had a fully open bar where they just had X amount of money they had to spend at the bar. And that was pretty cool. Just being able to be like, give me a drink. Boom. But I think for
and
trying
lucky
to...
for our listeners, anyone that's listening now is invited to go to your wedding
absolutely
too.
not.
Oh, right.
No,
anyone that's a patron a Patreon donator. Is so
Sure,
get
yes.
to patreon.com
Yes.
Born in the 80s if you want to take advantage of this open bar.
Yeah, we have also the catering by Hy-Vee.
Ooh,
Hy-Vee.
fancy.
It's actually really good. We were going to do Monty's Blue Plate Diner, but
nice. Good.
I love
milkshakes
Monty's Blue Plate Diner. We were going to. We went there and did a taste test, and the catering person never contacted us again after we said we were interested. So we're just like, well, I guess we'll go somewhere else because they will not work with or talk to us. So
Because
fine.
fuck you guys.
I guess, but no, Hy-Vee was fine. Hy-Vee's fine. They have a great catering menu. I mean, we're gonna have roast beef or like a baked chicken breast, and then like a salad bar, mashed potatoes, like I think carrots. I don't know, just a classic buffet style dinner. So I can't remember if we have a vegetarian option.
No
feel like
vegetarians allowed.
No, I feel like no. I think our side is mac and cheese and a potato. So that if you're a vegetarian, there will be salad bar and there will be mac and cheese. So you at least have a hot something. But it's hard to plan a vegetarian dish because they give you 2 dish choices, and if you are like, well, it's going to be beef and a vegetarian dish, some people are going to be like, well, I don't want fucking roast beef. I want the you know what I mean? Like, it's tough.
I'm trying to cut down on red meat. That's
we tried to give options.
Impression of Wisconsin people.
But here's the thing. Here's the deal. When you plan a wedding, and this is the thing, is like, we're gonna order what we want to eat, and you can deal with it. Sorry, like we'll try. You know, we're obviously getting. We didn't have to pay to have a salad bar, but we're gonna have a salad bar just so we have that option. And I love salads, so obviously, but you know, it's just kind of like it's tough to plan. You know, you don't want to plan
Is it
around.
gonna be like a Wisconsin salad bar where most of it's like noodle dishes?
I mean, probably. No,
Nice.
No. It's a garden salad, like build your own garden salad with various dressings. No, but I don't know. I
Now
don't
you're
know.
making me hungry.
Sorry, vegetarians. I know I had so much hashtag hack the menu Taco Bell today. I had the nacho fries.
Oh yeah. Do
Yeah,
they
they're
line
alright.
up to your expectations based on TJ's
They're alright.
review?
They're all right. I think I got a batch that was sitting for a while, maybe. But
I
like the
get
spices.
A tub of nacho cheese sauce.
I like the spices. I don't think they gave me enough nacho sauce in the little cup. Like, I ran out by the time I was done. But they're actually pretty good spices on the fries, I'd have to say. For $1, it's actually, you get a lot. Like, I was very surprised. Like, so, a good deal. Oh, fuck. I'm just thinking about that Taco Bell I ate. Oh, because I'm drunk
Taco
now.
Bell and trees.
And it's like,
That's all I'm thinking about.
it's 12:30, and I'm like, oh, I want to eat Taco Bell.
That fourth
Man, I
meal.
really am sad TJ couldn't make it.
He's here in spirit and in the chat.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah, I don't know if
God
he
damn.
still is. He might have fallen asleep by now, but he was a little bit.
Can I? Let's talk about TJ for a minute.
All right.
No, TJ is an incredible friend and guy that I didn't talk to for a long time after college. We used to hang out a lot. And then for years and years, we never talked to each other. And then he was a fan of the podcast. He listened. And I was like, I got to reconnect. So, I mean, I'm getting my sappy drunk phase, but I'm really happy that TJ joined us. Even though he's not
I
here
am
tonight. Because he's a great friend, great host, incredible human being. Working hard for his family. We all wish we could be as cool as TJ. All right,
agree.
Adam.
And also your delivery is just fantastic right now.
No, I mean it though, because he's like a consummate professional. Like he does not have the technology, you know. He does not have the recording means that you with your like mini studio have, or me with all my podcasting equipment. But he works really hard to be a part of the show, like taking time off to like test equipment and stuff. Obviously didn't work out tonight, but you know, so it's really appreciated. Sorry, I'm trying to call Adam, and I got a million text messages from my parents about houses we're looking at. God, I'm drunk. All right, there it is.
Is he gonna be able to hear me, or am I just listening?
No, he won't.
Okay.
Can you hear the ringing?
Yeah.
He's not going to answer. It's so late. He's asleep. This is actually a terrible thing for me to be doing because it's fucking 12:30.
It's fine. It's a Friday. What's he got to do on Saturday?
God damn it, Adam! Alright, well, if he calls back in the next, like, 15 minutes before we fucking end this, we will. Matt, you played the music. Let's do it. It's been a while since we've done a Koozie Corner.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I got my journal that I wrote in middle school and high school. Let's talk about this. 5/29/2004. Hey, Kaboozy. Well. I'm now graduated. I spelled it that way. Yep. Gall darn it. I sang at graduation. I did okay, but not too well. It was my first time singing in front of a crowd solo. By the way, my choir teacher made me do this. Because, alright, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much, but I'm an okay singer. I did get a grant from my college, you know, to be in the choir. But, so I'm okay. But I was very nervous. And that's literally the next word. I was very nervous. I didn't do as well. Not to mention, he had me sing I'll Raise You Up by Josh Groban, which
nice.
is not in my range. Which is a little high for me. I was a tenor.
In a voice class in college, and it was...
It's actually a decent song. It gets real high, though, in some spots.
Yeah.
So you got a belt, and I did okay. Partially... you know what? I'm gonna... Let's see what I say about it, because I have some more thoughts about that experience. Let's see if I do that. No, anyway. So it was a little bit... The person who sang, I think, after me or before me was, like, really struggling. So I feel like at least maybe I wasn't the worst one. But anyway. Graduation went well, though. I'm going to take voice lessons in college. And I didn't. So I can sing better and have more confidence. So anyway, but I did sing in choir, and my choir director in college did do private lessons with me on his own time. So I did get a little bit better, I think. Here is... Oh, sorry. I also thought of a quote. So, the great John Rowe once said, "Aim high, 'cause if you miss your mark, you'll still end up on top." I don't think I coined that phrase.
I think you ripped it off and mangled it.
Oh, God. Now, today was a very eventful day in the dating, quote unquote, or lack of it, game. After going to my good friend Peter's graduation party, this guy is also going to be the officiant at my wedding. I headed out to Matt's, not you, my realtor currently, where a friend from high school, where I had a blast. I got I got there, and to my heart's delight, there was, we'll call her Molly, the girl I've been lusting after. I forget the dang name we came up for this person. Who is it?
I was trying to remember which drug Molly is. Ecstasy?
And ecstasy, yes. Working her cute little butt off.
Jesus
look at
Christ,
me.
John.
I know. She was being hired to help with the graduation party. So I think she was like doing catering or something. We didn't talk much at first, but eventually we were laughing it up. I started putting on my A game. Oh, this is good. This is John pickup artisting here. Oh, this is so embarrassing, but I'm reading it. I playfully made fun of her and then gave her compliments.
Yeah, that's classic pickup artist.
I pulled off a fake rescue from Jake. Jake is he died. So this is real emotional. He was fake
Jesus
attacking.
Christ, John.
He did. Yeah, he was. He actually died in Afghanistan. So rip in peace, Jake.
I'm really not,
he's a good
I was
friend.
not prepared for the roller coaster that this could.
Sorry. No, he's a great friend. Great guy. He was fake attacking Molly, and I stepped in to stop it. Playfully, I write in quotes. This all boosted my confidence meter to a whopping 90%. I didn't want to ask her out there. She was too busy working. I'll ask her out tomorrow at someone else's graduation party. Maybe. Oh God, this is a long fucking. We got like 3 more pages. Maybe my friend Ginger's. Near the end of the evening, I was talking to Molly, and an interesting word came up. Splooge.
Okay.
Splooge basically means ejaculation. She asked what it meant. She had no clue. I broke it to her in a joking fashion. When a man loves a woman, etc. Train exiting tunnel. Rocket taking off. It was funny. That really boosted the old conference meter. Well, that's about it for today. I will now leave you with Alright, I'm gonna have to read this one later because this is a poem that I wrote.
This is getting to a classic cutoff point. You're saying
This is a
goodbye to
poem
Susie.
that I wrote about this girl. So, oh fuck.
Do you want
Oh.
to hint it for next time?
Okay, why do I like Molly?
Oh.
Well, here's
Go
the
for it.
deal. She has a great smile. My heart jumps when she smiles or laughs my way. Oh, this isn't even like a real poem. Let's just do it. She has a really good sense of humor. She's also somewhat of a klutz. Not physically, but mentally. She'll say stupid things.
She's so
she laughs
fucking
about
dumb. I like that about her.
it. Body. Well, there is also some physical attraction. She has an average figure. But she has a really nice butt. See, this is where I'm at, man. Fucking, in high school. Why do I want to ask her out? Because I can't stop looking at her. I think about her all the time. I get that funny feeling inside whenever she smiles or laughs. There's something I've never felt about anyone before. I guess it must be love. Peace out. Okay, I did it. I got through the terrible fake-ass poem. I think it was just my explanation. And just to the next entry, that was from the 29th of May 2004, my graduation year. The next one is from the 31st, and Memorial Day. So,
All right.
how many more entries
And,
do I have?
Now that we appear to be getting brigaded, it's time to end the episode.
No way! Really?
I don't know. We just got a couple, 2 or 3 people in.
Really? Wait, really?
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 300, where John reads his diary.
Oh, man. You guys missed it. If you're in here still, I don't even know if they're still here. The fucking... wait, we got raided? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so. It didn't look like a full raid. I thought it was going to because they posted a YouTube link. So I thought it was going to be like the big influx like last time. But yeah. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Oh man,
I
I
can see all the messages that are being held by Automod. Thanks, Automod.
Wait, really?
This episode goes to Automod for stopping the racist bullshit from being in the chat.
Whoa, dude, I'm seeing some of these get through. We gotta stay on here just because I want to see where this goes. What is happening? Oh, you're a ripoff of Elijah Wood, Matt.
I am?
Dude, I love Twitch raids because they're the fucking like weirdest dumb thing.
Wait, which
Remember
one
that?
of us looks like Elijah Wood?
Obviously you. What
I don't
Elijah
look
Wood
anything
gained
like
like
him, though.
fucking 200 pounds?
I don't fucking look like Elijah Wood.
Well, more than I do.
Oh, for real? Ice Poseidon raid? No, I don't believe you, real puppy.
Ice Poseidon! It's baller
I've
time.
seen him on the Reddits.
Okay. Guys, I got some vape tricks. I need to find my vape.
Oh yeah. I don't have any water bottles. Is that still a thing? Oh, I think I have a fidget spinner. You guys like these, right?
I don't have a fidget spinner. But I do got Hollywood's uncensored bloopers.
Oh, nice.
You can see such famous names as Carol Burnett, Alan Alda. My favorite
Oh,
here.
John, you got the game shout out again.
Yeah, Gaben. Check this out. Liz Tyler, not Liv
that's
Tyler.
That's a quality.
That's very
product.
well done. They really sold that one. Oh my god, dude, 15 people? Holy shit, dude,
What a
we're
fucking
destroyed.
massive raid!
Oh.
Oh, you showed us.
Guys, alright, so it's time for me to begin my segment, Windows 95, a first look.
Oh, nice.
You will learn how to throw away the DOS command language, because fuck DOS.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I like the trihex. Is that trihex emotes?
I think so.
Anyway. How do you
There's a
see the
bunch of-
user-friendly interface and how automatic it is? Run several software programs at the same time. Do you remember DOS when you would run one fucking program? Like it was
I
just
do
like
not. I got my first computer in 1996, so that was post DOS already.
yeah. Well, I remember using DOS on my Windows 95 because we had like a couple games that you had to open the DOS command line in. You know what the best part about fucking Twitch raids is that they're completely wasted on people that know exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, yeah. So, anyway, well, it's too late because we're basically ended. So, like, you know, what's Princess Sparkles up to? Is she banned or yet or not?
I don't know. Do you want to bring her up? Okay, so here's what we'll do. You'll bring up Pink Sparkle or whatever the fuck her name was, and you'll screen share, and then I'll broadcast it to these chuckleheads, and it'll just be a big circle jerk of Twitch.
Wait, Matt, do you wanna put my screen share up?
Okay. God, am I gonna regret this?
No, we could do some trucking.
Oh yeah.
Let's get some 4 frames per
Let
second
me get
fucking
some
trucking.
trucking music up in here. Oh, that
This is
sucks.
not trucking music. That is not what a trucker would listen to. Do you want? No, I don't want a truck. Let's keep. TJ can't make it clearly on, which is sad.
No, but I am saying
because the
pop up in the chat. Yes,
I'd really
I would
like
to
it-
Smash. Thank you. Oh, you're getting calls. It's
Oh,
not
well,
Euro Truck.
it's
getting
not Euro
calls for
Truck.
truck.
All right, we got a request in here from the audience, so you know
Alright.
it's got.
I'm
gotta
assuming
happen.
at some point in here the actual the audio version of the podcast will end. So I just want to say check out matthegmusic.com.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
all that
He
stuff.
put out
And
a new,
also all of TJ's things and stuff. And
not a single. What's it called?
yeah, it's a single.
Put out a
Is
new
it-
EP.
Well, it's only
new-
one thing, so it's a single. What
An SP.
the fuck is an SP?
I don't know. Single play. No, I would like. I'd like to point out my trucker is the best trucker, by the way. This fucking guy who clearly has corpses in the back of his truck.
Oh, nice. I think TJ's pulling mod duty in the chat. So thank you, TJ.
Oh no, he deleted some messages. Well, that's okay. You can watch my trucking, guys. All right, here we are. I'm hauling a big fucking giant
Check
thing.
out those sweet 4 frames per second.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Man, that looks
let's
like
let's go pick up some hookers, because that's what you do when you're in a truck. Look out the back.
I think they prefer to be called lot lizards. So.
I really wish there was a better way, because Google Hangouts does not allow you to stream video. You get like 3 frames per second from the screen share.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, 4 FPS. Good us.
That's right.
Hey, so welcome to our podcast, Cool Games Inc.
Oops,
where
I'm
we
speeding.
talk about-
I can't speed. Guys, I'm gonna get caught by the Californians. Boom. Ba-bum. So Matt, have you ever been in a
talk
big
about
rig?
trees some more?
You ever been? Yeah, we could kill everybody
What's
if I
your
started
third
talking
favorite
about
kind of
trees
tree?
some more. What's my third favorite breed of tree? What is that tree? Is that an ash tree over there? That's a Fraxinus americanus is a great tree. The Pennsylvania ash is this known. Oh, I gotta slow the fuck down. All right, boys. Time for a big rig, big move. All right.
Oh man.
Get around that.
So how's your rig
Oh, a little
going?
off the road. Oh, gotta take it wide. All right, we're good. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Oh hey, are we somebody send me a link to the raid.
Ah!
I want to see if I want to follow along after us. They might be gone already. I think they stopped talking.
God, I'm already. Oh, good.
See how far back I have to scroll to find that YouTube link.
That's all right. Is it over? We done being raided?
I guess. I mean, I guess we weren't fun enough or whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, no, they only like go on for like 5 seconds. It's so weird to me that you would raid a channel that knows exactly what it is right away, because it's like, what's the fun in that?
It was like a drip feed. It was like 2 people.
15 people show up for a raid, and one of them is just posting the word raid like 100 times.
Yeah. I thought the whole point of a raid was you don't like say it's a raid, you just try to be confusing.
I actually like
trick
that the
people
raid
into
didn't.
thinking that like they got all these viewers and then you start saying a bunch of bullshit. Wasn't that like the whole thing last time?
I did like that somebody did recognize it was American Truck Simulator. Because ain't no fucking Europeans in this baby.
Yeah, this is Trump's America, bitch.
It's Trump's America. This fucking guy right here in this blue car is a fucking
Got a
immigrant.
red cap on.
Gotta watch out for that guy.
So are you role playing that your trucker is wearing?
Well,
a red cap?
obviously. Did you see what my guy looks like?
Oh yeah.
That's a Trump supporter.
Well, I think this is the end.
Uh-huh. We can't end it now. I can't edit that fucking shit out.
Well, did I don't know.
Uh-huh. Man,
Did
what,
the end
I
already
just love,
happen? What's
I
happening?
love
don't know.
Bricks Mob just tweeting raid. Like that's it? Like,
Yeah.
dude.
And then a bunch of fucking people's faces that I don't know who any of them are.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that means something to somebody.
Anyway. That's fun. This raid didn't seem quite nearly as terrible, although now I'm looking at TJ must have
There were
must have,
there were a bunch of there were like racist shit that the Automod caught, and then once they started trying to get around it, then TJ caught those. but it wasn't as bad as last time.
Anyway, I just love that. Like, wait, so was there a YouTube link to this raid?
There was, but it was so far back that I can't get it anymore. I don't think I can scroll that far back. But yeah,
I just love
that's
that,
another
like,
thing. Like one of the first things they post is a YouTube link. So it's like, here's the thing that's happening to you. If I was gonna raid, I would keep it a mystery.
Yeah, well,
confusing.
like when we watched the other guy's raid, whatever his name was, like the whole point of it was to freak out like Jessie and her sister like drinking on a fucking camera, being like, "What the heck's going on with all these people?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and that's what it was like the first time for us. It was like,
yeah,
what the fuck's going on? Oh, I see. So
Why
that
did
wasn't
you-
a raid. Like, that was. I think that's the link that they posted earlier.
Oh, okay. So it's just a YouTube video. We were probably being You know what's fucking insane? Is that were we raided on Twitch by someone on Twitch? That's like a fucking weird,
Probably. Yeah.
like recursive nightmare. Twitch IRL. Let's just look at live channels with lots of viewers, or maybe not lots of viewers, but like 30 viewers, maybe.
Well, no, probably like 15.
Well, but I got to imagine not everybody's participating in the raid. Anyway. I don't see any raid streams. I got to imagine Twitch is probably on top of that. Like Twitch streamers that are streaming other Twitch streamers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I'd
Shall
like
I kill
to,
the broadcast?
Yeah, you might as well. We're done.
I really enjoyed being the sober one on the show tonight. Soberish.